Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Tuesday. No brush required. One more time. I'm going to grab Barbara and we'll get going. My name's Tamara Grand. My host, Barbara Reade and I, every Tuesday to chat about art and all things arty.
Greetings.
Arty on. How are you?
Arty on. So nice to see you again.
I know. It's only been 2 days.
I know.
We had a little Zoom call that you guys weren't part of, but we were part of the other day.
We were planning our New York trip.
Yeah, super exciting. I guess we'll share more about that probably next week, right? Hey, Lisa.
Oh yeah, definitely. So this is Pop On. This will be exciting.
It is. Douglas is here. Preeti's here. Nadine's here. Lots of people are hopping on with us today. So if you're not familiar with Pop On Tuesday, it basically means that we invite you guys to come on and take a little square and chat with us. So we don't have any scheduled guests today. Hey, Danielle, other than anybody who wants to be a special guest today.
Oh, thanks, Danielle. You're amazing.
Yes. Well, we should start just by giving, hey, Janie, a
Janie.
quick little shout out and thank you. So if you guys haven't been watching Barb for the last week or 10 days, she has been going absolutely crazy, posting beautiful art at reduced prices and donating all the proceeds to Ukraine. Is it Red Cross or no? Doctors Without Borders was where you.
Looks like it'll either be a split or 100% to Doctors Without Borders. So just to update, I kept setting all these little goals, which I thought were kind of like impossible to reach, but it turned out they weren't. So it just kept egging me on to find more art to put forward. So we hit my $8,000 goal. Yay! And actually, I think we might be a little bit beyond it. Plus, I'm going to top it up by another $100 for Tamara's fundraiser because I'm getting 4 of your minis. So I'm really excited about that. And I've lost track of how many paintings I sold, but I think it's somewhere around 55.
Wow.
I know that's crazy.
And so now you have all sorts of storage space. There's like so many wins on all of this, right?
There are multiple wins, except I don't have a lot of storage space yet because a lot of these pieces weren't here. A lot of these pieces were hanging in local businesses. So I basically was robbing all of these businesses of the artwork that they had hanging up on their walls. There are 3 pieces left if anybody's interested.
Will you post them on
them? Oh yeah, they were in my stories, but I can just show you here. So this little vintage collage, which is now $25. It was $50. This little one, now I'm surprised this didn't go to a Scotch drinker.
Janie said she didn't get any, but Janie, look, there's 3 little ones left.
Janie, $25. That's the sale price, and it's all set to hang or perch. And I've got one 8x8 left, which is $75. It was $150, and again, it's all set to hang and go. Cold wax finish. That's if you want to throw a little bit more in the pot. But I am super thrilled. I know that.
And this is the one you can't have because this is the one that I snapped. Which I was super excited about.
I'm racking my brain for the title. It's called Bust Loose from Heaven.
Bust Loose from Heaven, which was perfect. And I know it was one of your last ones that you did at the tiny house last winter. So, or the winter before, I can't remember now.
It was last
2 years
winter.
ago.
And I have kept one of those tiny house paintings for myself. So there's one big one that I'm not parting with.
That's
right.
Well,
other than that, and you raised a lot.
Well, I was so motivated and inspired for you, and I was racking my brain all week because I don't have a big inventory of work sitting around, but I have this box of minis.
Yeah, your bucket of minis.
My bucket of minis, and I thought, and I was looking for a fundraiser to use them for. I was thinking about Mother's Day. I had another option for that, but I thought, you know what? Let's just hop on and do it. I think I messaged with you, and you said, just try. So I did a little potluck, which meant nobody got to choose what they got. I put them in a bucket, and a couple people have messaged me and asked for specific colors. I had 19, and because I didn't take the money directly, I decided to have everybody just donate to whoever they wanted to donate to make it super easy for me. And because of the time lag between when donations were made and when people sent me emails to say they had donations, I oversold. So
like
I
Air
had,
Canada overselling the seats.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I had 19 for sale, but I sold 26. And so I actually have a little work cut out for me now.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I have about 8 of those little panels left. So I've got some work this week to make up some extras, but people are totally thrilled with waiting on those. And I just want to thank everybody. I think I raised about 800 Canadian, which I was pretty happy with for the small ones. Because some of you guys donated more, donated 100 and only wanted 3 paintings. So it was awesome.
Yeah, that's great. You know what? Every little bit helps. And I had a lot of artists actually reach out to me to say, so how did you organize all this? And I just said I didn't. Just, my style, my approach to most things is just do it. And, if I need to tweak it as I go. That's actually how I approach my art. Isn't that interesting? As in art, as in life. So just go for it. And what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
so you
that's
sell
my
55
mantra.
Paintings.
What's the
And
worst
you have
that
to
can
ship them
happen?
to the States. You figure it out.
And you just figure it out as you go, right? I think probably your biggest problem was boxes.
Oh my gosh. Did you see, though, the beautiful box that Roman built this morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
So
is a
that
wonder.
one just went to Washington. But they went everywhere. Like, that was part of the excitement, was seeing where paintings went, and lots of new collectors.
That's
like
great.
Just tons of new collectors. So it was really fun. It was like a big party on my feed. And now things are going to calm down and life will be back to normal.
Oh, maybe now you have time to paint and get back to CVP again, right?
Yeah. Just waved at Roman. He brought home the groceries, and I heard the wine rack being restocked.
Oh, yay, Roman.
Yay, Roman.
We all need a Roman.
Smart guy. Anyways, we actually, I have a special guest appearing today. And I think he's already in our audience. Is he there?
He is in the audience. He's not in the green room. Jeff, do you want to just, do you know how to request to join? If not, I can just add you on, and then you have to accept let me see. Oops, there he is. Just a sec. If I got him here. There we go. I'm going to accept Jeff, and he's going to come on.
I have a great introduction. And I can't call him Jeff. No, Jeffrey. Hi.
Hi, Jeff. Jeffrey.
Are you Jeff now that you're a grown-up man?
I guess, yeah. That would be a little less formal.
Okay. But I think of you as Jeffrey. So for those of you who didn't see the story that I shared, Jeffrey was in my grade 4 class. And that was 1999, the year into 2000.
So
and we ran into each other. Sorry?
You were the teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, she was my homeroom teacher. Yeah.
We were students together. No, Jeffrey's a little bit younger than I am. But no, he was one of my students back in grade 4, and we ran into each other. Was it last week, Jeff?
Yeah, just at the I went to the totally wrong post office, which is typical for me. And yeah.
There I was.
Well, I noticed that you were talking about your art, and I'm always, I'm always curious about other artists, and I wouldn't normally reach out or chat. Times are kind of weird now, so but I'm really glad I did, because as soon as you gave me your card and I looked at you, I was like, I'm pretty sure I know this person. So yeah.
So what Jeff, I think he knows, but I do actually have his report card here. Jeffrey. There it is.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I'm just going to give my little introduction to Jeffrey. But, he was a bit younger, and you were like, okay, you're not blonde anymore, but when I taught him, he was like, those towhead blondes that are like white blonde.
Yeah.
So this is just a little snippet from his final report in grade 4. Jeffrey stayed motivated and positive even when confronted with unfamiliar academic concepts. Attaboy. He can feel proud of his maturity in the face of adversity. Our production of The Tempest, that's Shakespeare for anybody who doesn't know, proved to be the highlight of the spring term, showcasing the collective talent of the grade 4 classes. Jeffrey shone in his role as the dashing Ferdinand. His turn as the romantic lead in a great Shakespearean classic was unforgettable. That blonde hair, those red tights. I hope that we will be treated to an encore of Jeffrey's dramatic gifts in the junior school.
Do we have a photo?
I can't find, I'm sure I have my yearbooks somewhere.
There might be. There might be a few.
I will have to hunt them down. But it's an adorable little blonde boy.
That's hilarious. That's wonderful. And Jeffrey, you're an artist now as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just sort of recently rediscovered the passion a few years ago. I started actually with woodworking. So I started carving some spoons. I had got a carving knife at a wood show, and then I got into a little bit of rotary carving, just with like one of those Dremel kind of things.
Yeah.
Right.
So I actually have, I have some stuff out
Yeah,
just
yeah, show your
for
stuff. This
show
is
and
what
tell.
we're all
So,
about today.
yeah, so here's a couple. I like to give them
Beautiful.
away, so I only have a couple on me still, but yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
also a photographer.
No, yes, I got into photography first, actually. So I was in school for business and didn't really enjoy that, so I ended up switching to multimedia. And that's when I got into photography. That was about 10 years ago. And I actually didn't finish school. I've actually been in trades. So in between working and just as a side hobby, side passion, I've, kept up with the photos. And then basically when COVID started, I had, I think we all had a lot more downtime, and a bunch of us sort of,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the only one that sort of rediscovered their passion for art. So I used to like drawing more before, and I started painting more. So
Okay.
yeah, I just found I really enjoyed that form of media. I think it's a little bit more, for me, it's a little more forgiving than drawing is. So yeah, yeah.
That's a great discovery to make during COVID. And you're right. A lot of us, as bad as it's been, it's also been kind of great too, because Tamara and I started doing this. I can't remember, not a year ago, but
July or June or July was our first episode.
And that was a result of COVID, and it was our way of reaching out to the artist community. And so we've got this phenomenal community of artists that we've gotten to know. And I wonder if that would have happened had it not been for COVID. Now, I can't remember, somebody asked what your last name is. It's Van Leeuwen. I'm saying that right?
Yes.
Right?
But I'll put a link up to your Instagram. Do you share your art on your Instagram as well?
I do, yeah. It's
okay.
My profile's public. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Anyone can look at it. Yeah.
Okay. So in the show notes, whoever asked that question, in the show notes, I'll put a link to everybody who comes on and bears their soul with us today. So that you can follow them on Instagram too.
So what's been the best thing about kind of diving over to your creative side, Jeff? Like, talk about that a little bit.
It's therapy for me almost in a way. So it's just a great way to escape if I've had a stressful day, or I don't have any plans on a weekend or whatever, or I'm up north, or it's something I really found I enjoy doing just on the side. And it'd be fun to pursue on a greater level maybe. But right now I'm just sort of trying to remember a couple of the pointers I got in some of my art and color classes in multimedia and that sort of thing. And it's just a journey of discovery for me right now. So
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, there is a lot out there now. There's a lot of opportunities online too for selling and woodworking. I mean, those spoons were beautiful, and photography for sure. People with websites and branding photos and things like that. And you're a poet.
I like writing too. That's actually new. I just started that like a couple months ago this year. So
you're a Renaissance man.
Yeah, I do.
You are a classic Renaissance man. That harkens back to our Renaissance unit. I don't know if you remember that, but
I do.
You're like Leonardo da Vinci. You do a bit of everything.
You know what? That unit was actually sort of the first time that I remember thinking of art in a different way, as more of like an actual subject. And it was, I'm glad you reminded me of that, because I wanted to say that. It was just a very cool experience. Like before then, it was always kind of like a craft, you'd kind of go and do finger painting or whatever. Not, we did some pretty awesome stuff at school there. But definitely in your class was the first time that I started thinking about art as like, oh, like this is an actual, its whole own subject.
Yeah.
And I wish looking back, I really wish I'd pursued it more like on the side over the years, but I'm just grateful that I've rediscovered it now. So
listen, it's not too late. Yeah,
A common regret, though. I wish I'd started this so much earlier in my life.
yeah.
I'd be so much better.
No, but you're still young. I mean, I didn't get back to this full time until I retired, and that was in 2018. And a lot of people on this call are in the same boat, where they had other professions. I mean, they did other things. They raised families, and now have gone full throttle back into art. So, and it keeps you young. It really does.
It does.
Yeah.
For
That's
sure.
awesome. I'm so glad you guys connected.
I know.
Yeah, it was mind blowing. Such a small world, really.
It is.
Awesome.
And I always think things happen because they're supposed to happen that way. So, and the fact that we had this pop on, we haven't had pop on in like 6 or 7 weeks.
We've had so many guests. We've been so fortunate to have guests.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, actually, your timing is perfect. And you know what? You should, like, just every Tuesday we do this, Jeff, and we have had on incredible artists from all over the world. And we've got an amazing artist next week that you don't want to miss. This guy is incredible. And he's got a good story. He's got a really good story.
I'll be there.
Awesome. Right. Anything else you want to say or question?
No, just thank you guys so much for having me on. This has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for joining us. It was really nice to connect with you, and I will send some people over your way.
Yeah. Any classmates watching, or were you not able to get people?
I think I saw a few. I don't know if there were any real old timers from my actual grade, but there were a few in there. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, this will be available, so you can brag about your appearance on No Brush Required, because it's huge.
Put it on your CV.
Your life will change.
I'm honored.
Well, we've loved having you, and it is so awesome to connect with you. And I have to say, finding your report card was like the thrill of my morning. I'm going, Roman, I got his report card.
The record keeping these days, you can't get away. You can't make any mistakes. It's all on there.
I got this. What does it say about Barb and her hoarding?
It says a lot. Yeah, well, we won't talk about that.
All right.
In fact, I haven't deleted anything, so. Anyways, we will catch you again. Stay and watch if you can. We've got more artists popping on, but great to see you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
I know.
Blast from the past. Yeah. All you have to do is X out. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
I don't have anybody else who's requesting to come on, but
I thought you had somebody.
Well, Sue Bulmer was thinking about showing up, but I think she wasn't sure she was going to make it. So Sue, if you're here and you want to pop on, you can either comment or add something in the little camera just under Barb's chin. There's a little camera icon with a plus. Anybody who wants to join in show and share, you can show us a piece of artwork that you've made recently, tell us about some new technique, some fun workshop that you're going to in New York City.
Should
we talk about that?
Workshop on this
I
call?
saw Nadine. Oh, Sue's here. Do you want to pop on, Sue? Let me invite you.
Otherwise, you're going to have to hear us natter away for the next half hour.
6 months.
6 months. We can natter.
No, Sue Bulmer wanted to come on. We chatted with her a few weeks back. Hey, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just sorting out, look at this on my desk. I'm sorting out piles of paperwork. I can't really see, but yeah, just doing admin. But yeah, it's nice to see you again.
Happy to see you. Well, so you wanted to pop on because you are planning your own self-directed art retreat.
I am, yeah. Just kind of came up with the idea about a week ago, and then I started to tentatively plan it and got in touch with a friend who lives in Cornwall, so I'm hopefully going to stay with her. And saw on Instagram, I don't know whether you know Christine Evans.
Yes.
So she's been sharing lots of her Instagram posts about the retreat that she's just done, and I've been in touch with her, and I'm going to be going live with her tomorrow night. So if anybody, you or anybody wants to listen to her, she's really inspiring. And I think she's had a fantastic time on the retreat that she's just done. Okay. So I'm going to pick her brains and find out how she organised it and what was good about it and what went well, and try and sort of pick her brains so I can make sure I have a really good time.
So you're 7 p.m. your time, right? Is that correct?
Yes, it's 7 p.m. So
Okay. That's
like,
that's noon Pacific time because you guys haven't leapt forward yet and we have. So I'll put a link to your Instagram so people can find you and hop onto your live tomorrow.
oh, lovely. Yeah, fantastic. I'm really, really excited about it. And you know, like how we met, it was just one of those things that you kind of like thought, oh, yeah, I've got a lot in common with this person, and you're kind of drawn to them. And before you know it, you're having a chat on Instagram and connecting face to face. It's brilliant.
Story of our life.
Actually, it's totally the story of our life, eh?
Yeah, it's just one of the brilliant things about Instagram. It's so good for community.
Yeah. And you're going to meet up with Fiona Cant,
Yes, and somebody called Sharon Bruster as well. So they both live in Cornwall, near to where I'll be staying. So we're managing to meet up with them face to face. Otherwise, it's about, well, we're in the middle of the country. Cornwall is right down in the southwest, so it's about a 5.5 hour drive, which in Canadian terms is probably not very, very far, but for us in the UK, it's like, you know, a long way.
The big journey.
Well, and the motorways in the UK, you don't have like, I've driven on them. It takes forever to get anywhere compared to in Canada. You get on the number one and you can just, in some parts of our country, you can just fly through it, right?
Yeah. So I'll get to meet with Fee. It'll be brilliant. Looking forward to it.
How long are you planning?
Well, it started off being Tuesday to Saturday, but now it's kind of, I might be going for a whole week.
Perfect.
I'm so excited.
Have you rented a cottage or a cabin or something that you'll be staying in?
No, so I think I might stay in a hotel for a couple of nights and then go and stay with my friend.
Okay.
Lovely.
Good. Well, I hope you'll share it all online, right?
I absolutely, I probably won't do as good a job as Christine did, but I will do my best.
Well, that's exciting. And how lovely for you to be able to do this.
Yeah. Have you two ever done an art retreat anywhere?
Well, funny you should ask. Both of us and two of our other former guests, Canadian artists, Nadine Johnson, Joanne Guadner, just booked in with Rob Zott's workshop in New York City in September. So we are all going to the 2-day workshop, but we're also going to probably be there for about 6 days. We had a Zoom call the other night to talk about logistics and
how exciting.
Yeah, super exciting. So
big slumber party, but our excuse is the art workshop. And you know, the funny thing, Sue, is it's all in oil paint. None of us are oil painters.
Oh, that'll be really interesting. You'll definitely have to share that with us all.
Yeah.
I've never dabbled in oil paint myself, so it'll be interesting to see how you find it.
Yeah. Well, the whole workshop isn't just about painting. There's a lot about, principles of being an artist and finding your why. And I think some sessions on the business of being an artist. So it'll be a full 2 days of Rob sharing all of his wisdom with us about living an artist's life. So I'm not so worried about the oil paint issue.
No, I'm not worried.
I was at first, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. Learn something new. Big deal.
You know, even if it was like a sculpture workshop, which is certainly not my forte, it would still be great to do. It's good to try something a little bit different.
Yeah.
It is. And I think doing something different can also help just bring lots of different perspectives on the work that you're doing. So yeah, it'll be really interesting.
Yep. So that'll be our first time meeting. So we can't wait. Yeah. We're gonna get some kind of t-shirts that advertise the fact that we're Canadians too.
Yeah. We have to design a team t-shirt so that we really embarrass Rob when we're there.
Great.
It's like, oh no, here they come again. Actually, you know what we need to do? This just got me going. This idea. Canada Day is before that. And you know how all the dollar stores Canada, like all the weird headpieces with like the maple leaves and everything like that. I think we need to just do it right. Are you making a note on that?
Oh, you know I am.
I think we need, like the glasses.
The Elton John glasses with the Canadian flag. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I probably have some stuff because we used to always do a big Canada Day party. So I've got like a whole bag of really tacky stuff.
Perfect.
Which, we'll have to take.
I can't wait to see the photographs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we are planning on doing a live while we're there.
Yeah.
Live from New York.
Live from New York.
Yeah,
And we should do
fantastic.
it on Saturday night. Oh my God.
Yeah, we have way too much time to plan.
Yes, we
This
do.
is
We
gonna
got
get-
half a year, so look out, New York City.
Somebody
I
better
see.
warn them that you're on your way.
Yeah, for sure. I've got a couple of other people that want to pop on. So Sue, if you have
Yay.
anything more you want to add, and otherwise we'll just keep an eye on your retreat
Yeah.
and try to catch you with Christine
Yeah.
tomorrow.
How do I leave then? Do you kind
Hit
of
the X.
We throw
hit
you
the
out.
X? Okay. Thanks for having me. Nice to see
Yeah.
you again.
Yeah,
see you
nice
tomorrow.
to see you, Sue.
All right. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Who's
Let me
popping
see. I've got Sam Waters, artist. Sam, do you want to pop on? Did you mean to pop on? I guess we'll find out. I don't know Sam
I don't know,
in
Sam either.
person.
We're about to.
Are you here, Sam?
There you are.
I am, but
Hi,
I didn't
Sam.
know. I thought I was just joining to say hello.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you?
Where are
hear
you
me?
from? Where are you located, Sam?
I can't hear you. I've got my headphones in.
Uh-oh.
Let me just...
Well, we can hear you.
That's good. I can hear you. Maybe I just need to turn something up.
Maybe turn this up.
volume.
Oh yeah, turn the volume up. Maybe that's it. That's a bit basic, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm in the UK. I'm in Shropshire.
Shropshire.
Yeah, I'm interested always about Cornwall because I absolutely love it and I spend a lot of time down there. So yeah, I saw Sue. I think I just got a message pop up and said she was going to be talking about her Cornwall art retreat.
Okay.
And I was properly impressed with Christine's art retreat.
Yes.
And what I particularly liked was, well, one, that she'd gone on her own, which was good. And I do go away on my own. But what I loved was the fact she'd set her conservatory up, or that rental, as a proper little studio.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was amazing, because what I do is I take all my plastic boxes, you know, and I just get the bit out that I need. And then I just do that little bit, rather than, I think if you've got it set up, it's more of a studio environment space, rather than thinking, oh, I'll just get it from under the kitchen table. And so, yeah, that's what I really like. So thank you for dialing me in. I didn't know. I'm quite new to Instagram, can you tell?
Well, so what happens when you click, usually when you start to watch a live, it says request to join. And if you hit request to join like you did, and I get a little notice on my screen that says Sam wants to join your chat. And so I'm like, great, let's let Sam join the chat. I hope Sam knows what she's doing, but that's okay. It's these...
No idea, but it's very nice to speak to you. I came across you the other day. I was listening to Sue's chat with you. I think it was a while ago, maybe.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, so I listened to that yesterday. I've broken my foot, so I'm a bit restricted. So I was just checking it out, and I thought, oh, I'll just see what that was. So yeah, so thank you for dialing me in. So no, I just thought that meant
perfect.
I could ask you a question.
And you know what? Good on you for not like turning around and running.
Not leaving.
Well, I feel like I'm just talking to you two, which
Exactly.
you know, it's not probably true, but I'll keep thinking that.
That's great.
No, it's great. Well, it's nice. It's nice to see the face behind the name.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
Just
so
makes that little connection.
Do you do this every week or every day, or
every Tuesday, same time? This is our 28th episode. Yeah.
Cool.
And we have different guests on. Sometimes we have guests that we know ahead of time that are going to come on and chat with us for the full 45 minutes. And we announce them ahead of time. And then every so often we don't have a spot and we decide we just want to chat, and we want to invite anybody who's out there watching who wants to pop on and share something with us about, because we've got lots of people that come back every week and watch and comment.
I don't know why I'd not come across it before. So, but Instagram's so huge, isn't it? That you just, like I say, I'm quite new to Instagram. So the whole online thing, and this, I'm sure I'm going to be horrified later.
No, you will not.
You won't.
You look awesome.
You sound like a pro. You sound like a pro.
I did my first, I don't even know what you call it, a first video with me in no, not reel. I've done a few reels, but a reel with me in it. No, not a live. This is my first live, so I can tick that off the list now. No, a reel that had me talking to the camera in full, full picture. Oh, so that was a bit horrifying and scary, and I felt quite wooden, but I posted it anyway because I thought, what the hell?
Yeah.
And so it's just getting used to all of that, really, isn't it?
It is. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm in my pajamas.
You wouldn't know, and you don't want to know what I have on below my waist. Not pretty.
I do think I've got a corporate job, and I do wonder when I'm on Teams calls with my colleagues how many are like proper, newsreader style at the top and maybe not quite
underwear on the bottom.
Joggers on the bottom. Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
That's what we do.
So it's so nice to speak to you both. Thank you.
It was really nice to chat. I will put your Instagram handle, Sam Waters Artist, in the show notes, so anybody who catches you here, your friends, can follow along. And
oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, and awesome. Plus the recording is always available. So when this is done, Tamara uploads the recording to her feed and to mine now, which is awesome. And then I also save it in my guides, so you can watch this over and over again.
I put it up on YouTube because YouTube has better SEO, so we get more people finding us on YouTube.
I don't even know what that means, SEO.
Doesn't matter. I'll give you. We'll talk about it.
Search engine optimization.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I'm just going off. I'm doing a 100-day project, so it's about that time for me now. So I've got a very simple project that I'm doing in an A6 sketchbook. Okay. With just collage with a Pritt stick, a glue stick, a glue stick, and an A4 wallet of papers and a couple of black markers and things like that. So yeah, that's and I've managed so far. I did miss a couple of days, which I didn't even know that it was day 20, and I was like day 18. I was thinking, where the heck did those 2 days go?
Yeah.
So I had to quickly catch up. But yeah, so I'm just going to go off and do that. So, but yeah.
Great. Well,
so
thanks again
I'll stay on. Thank you.
Yeah, keep watching.
And now I know what to do. Now I know what's going to happen if I click join.
We're going to pull you up whether you want to be here or not.
Thank you both.
Excellent. Thanks. All you have
Great
to do
to meet you, Sam.
All you have to do is hit the X on your screen, and we're good to go. Thanks, Sam.
Bye.
Bye.
So who else do you have?
Well, I'm just going to pull up. I have Emily Fromel at Edge at Mirage. I don't know, Emily. Emily, did you really want to come on? I guess we're going to find out.
I think that's awesome that people want to come on.
I know. Edge at Mirage. Let's see if she comes on. I'm just taking her. I don't know if she's going to join in. She might not accept. Oh, she joined. Hi.
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 How are you?
Nice to meet you, Emily.
Nice to meet you.
Did you mean to request to join us and come on?
No, I just thought, I'm going to sit and listen. I'm an artist in Germany, so I really enjoy seeing all of you guys.
Oh, well, Germany. I don't think
sorry.
we've had anybody on from Germany, Emily, so thank you for being our first.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry, the technology is getting me too.
Yes. That's awesome.
Okay. Have a great show.
Thank you. And it was nice to see you for
Nice to meet
20
you.
seconds.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Emily.
Bye.
I don't have anybody else in the wings now. Everybody's afraid to hit
I love
that little button. So, Sam said you've got all the newbies today. That's awesome, Sam. Well, we'll see if anybody else wants to pop on. Now we've probably scared them all off.
Well, it's so easy. It's so easy to be on here. I don't know. Otherwise, I'll just yabber away. I can tell you the fundraiser's wrapping up today. There's just a few pieces left to deliver. And I am now 3 weeks behind in the Creative Visionary program. So I've got a lot of catching up to do. Apparently this week we started the actual painting. So my boards aren't even primed yet. So I'm going to be busy. Yeah. But you know what? Sometimes you have to just shift gears. And it was totally worth falling a little bit behind. But
and you've done it before, so you're coming back in on with already that base layer of knowledge and everything, so that will help, right? Oh, thank you, Sam. He said it's very easy. So if anybody else is ever worried, if you want to break your live cherry, we're the best place
we're the place to do it. Wow, that's rude. No, but I love it.
I think Fiona said that when she popped on a pop on.
Oh, did she?
I think I remembered her saying that. So
Mm.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't been doing a ton of painting this week. I'm back to really bad rotator cuff pain again. I don't know what started it. Probably the fact that I'm teaching too many fitness classes and
Do you know what? Stress will do it too.
Mhm.
That if there's anything going on, and I think it's been for all of us really hard psychologically with everything going on in Ukraine. I know when COVID started, all of a sudden I had a neck that was just like excruciating for weeks, and I'm thinking that's stress. It's my body's way of processing stress. I'll get these like weird aches in
Yeah.
me.
Janie, a lot of people have it, and it's really hard to get a good diagnosis on it because
Yes.
really what you need is an MRI
Mm-hmm.
to see if there's a tear, and they aren't even great sometimes at picking up tears, the difference between a tear and a strain, and so hard to get into healthcare right now to see people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm really finding the challenge. So anyways, you just carry on and you do what you can. I did a bit of Judy Wood's starts course last week. I think, can I show you what's up on the wall?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so really kind of different for me.
Yeah.
And of course, I went completely off plan because I started with my first, I started with the first set of instructions, and then I'm like, well, I don't like black paint. I don't like to pull black paint out of a tube. So I got to make my own black. I got to think about what the colors are I'm going to put in this piece later on. And then I don't like random collage papers. So I need to make my own collage papers that will fit with the palette.
You are high maintenance.
Well, the thing is, I think this is what happens, and I'm treating it as a positive because I've always done workshops and followed along and kind of looked for new things to add to my work. And I'm at the point now where I don't need new things to add to my work. I know what I like in my work, and when I see a direction that's taking me down a path that I didn't want to go, or I know that I don't like doing that, I'm not going to do it. I'll just take it in the direction I like because I feel strong enough in, what I like to do myself and the techniques I'm using and what kind of art I want to make to be able to take little bits and then just go completely off. So those are actually kind of fun right now. I'm in the taming things down stage because there's lots of color and they're kind of floral. Yes,
They are. And
they are kind of floral.
That's been sort of the theme, I guess, the last week or so, starting to see more abstracted florals, and that got me really excited about maybe taking one of my totems and hitting it that way, just for fun. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But you start wild, and then you need to apply discernment, as Sue said.
But you'll love the straight lines. Like, look at those. Can you see the straight edges? That's what's underneath the black and white.
Yeah.
And then the black and white. So we started out with those really strong taped edges and scratching.
Don't you love that? Oh my God.
I do. But then I really like adding the muddying up of it over top, so it's not all straight. But I think a few people started Judy's course too, and there's a lot to learn in it. But everybody has their own way of working, and you have to figure out whether somebody else's way of working fits with yours. And when you find something that you like, just go off on that tangent and follow it. You don't have to stick with the rest of the instructions, right?
Pretty. What do you mean no totems available? Okay, so I went to Desserts, and this wasn't that long ago. It might have been 2 weeks ago, and there were more totems than I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, they had every possible size in canvas, some in wood. So just Desserts in Oakville, so that's not too far from you, Pretty. So I would go check out what's there. Like, you can see behind me some white panels. Those are all the recent ones. I think I picked up 9. So give them a try.
Yeah. I've got another guest.
Woohoo!
JH Creatives. Is that Julie? Come on.
Is she a willing one, or is this a...
I don't know. We'll find out. I think she's willing.
Or if we just...
There.
Hi.
Is it Julie? Can't remember because I don't have your Julie, right?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Julie. Welcome to No Brush Required.
Thank you. Yeah, my handle is JH Creatives, but it stands for my last name.
And I always have such a hard time with handles because I'm like,
I
I
know.
have to click on them. I go, oh, I know who this is. We've chatted so many times, but I start to run out of names without that reminder.
Yeah.
Old brain.
I can't believe I'm on. This is crazy.
Well, good for you.
Started, so I started watching your videos when I think it was last year, maybe one of your first few, I don't know, but you guys were talking about all the tools you use.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because I'm more of I don't paint with a brush a whole lot. I like to use tools and different scrapers and spatulas and stuff. So
Have you got one handy that you can show us, one of your favorites? Because we love show and tell.
yeah, funny, my catalyst is not clean.
Oh no,
Don't
you
show
and I need to
Barb
have
a
a talk
dirty
about that.
catalyst, Brad.
And then this isn't one I have used yet, but I'm starting to I'm about ready to do a larger piece for my guest bedroom, actually. So for myself, and I got this big, I'm so excited to.
Oh, I love that.
It's Liquitex.
Yes.
Spatula.
That's a Liquitex?
Nice.
Yeah, Liquitex Freestyle.
And so now they have the Freestyle palette knives. I have not seen. Where are you? Like, where are you located? Maybe this
I'm
is
in
why I'm not
Cincinnati,
seeing.
Ohio.
Okay, so that's up here. I haven't seen them in our Canadian art supply stores, but I'm really now quite jealous that you have that.
I think Opus carries them. I think I've seen them at Opus.
The Liquitex Freestyle palette knives. I have all their brushes in that series, but I do not have any palette knives, and I love that one.
Yeah, I like how wide it is.
Yeah.
It's
It looks like
fabulous.
ice. It looks like you could ice a cake with it.
Yeah. It's large knife number 4.
Okay.
Okay,
Write that down, Barb. Large knife number 4.
I am going to get on the Desserts website, or at least Amazon, and see if I can hunt it down, because I'm using, like you, I don't like using a brush all that often. And I'm starting to look for tools where I can really slather the paint on. So my big discovery that I've been using a lot, believe it or not, is this little dinky one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And my dream is to get one about this big. But the one that you've got is especially exciting and intriguing.
I'm trying to think what else I use. Well, I use actually from the dollar store. Do you guys have dollar type store? It's
we have lots.
For spatula, and I like this one because when I go on top of another layer, just do it really light, and for some reason the rubber, I guess, is able to spread it on like I want. But
yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of these guys, but I will tell you, there's a lot of different brand names out there, and I've seen quite a few of them where the rubber piece actually comes off, and you try to Gorilla Glue it back in, and it won't stay. And Lisa Woodward had once mentioned that she actually had somebody drill. If you have a drill press, go and drill right through them. But you can still play with the little rubber piece. But I like the bit of a handle. The bit of the handle gives me that distance from it a bit more.
Yeah.
Right?
I haven't wrecked any of those. I have wrecked my Liquitex Freestyle paddle brushes, and then Roman has glued them back together again, so you can get more life out of them. Because they're not cheap. They're not inexpensive, for sure.
I know. I do love cheap brushes, though. Cheap brushes are great because I don't, if you leave them in water for a week and you come back, you go, oh, well.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with us today?
I don't think so. That's it. I didn't even get my lighting on. I have all these great windows back here, but my face is all dark because.
No, we can see you.
It's
working well.
I decided to jump on.
Yeah.
So. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
It's so nice to put a face to a name, and I'll add your Instagram handle in our show notes. So if anybody,
I love what you're doing for all the Ukraine and everything, that's awesome.
Thank you. I sent a piece to Ohio.
Did you?
I think it was one of my big pieces too.
Okay.
It went to Ohio, so yeah.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you in person.
Button. Is that what
Just
I do?
hit the X and you'll be all out of the room.
Okay. All right.
I think I saw Sue asked or was commenting on your gorgeous mug. Shall we give a shout out to Fiona?
We always give Fiona a shout out. Yes, Fiona. What is her handle?
Wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse. Okay.
Am I getting that right? Am I having a senior moment?
I don't know.
Wheel band. What am I saying? Jeez, I'm sorry, Fiona. It's a senior thing.
You know what
Wheel
this is the problem with predictive text, because all I need to know is the first 3 letters of something, and then it fills in and I recognize the name and I'm good to go.
Yeah. So she's Wheelie 5 Pottery, I think. And
Wheel and Pottery.
I don't know. It's okay. Wheel something and Wheelie Fire. Yeah.
Wheel band Pottery. Fiona, please don't hate us.
Fiona, I love you.
I will link her up as well. Fiona Wheel Band? Maybe.
Could be. I only see her every week. Yeah.
That's awful.
Shall we share it? Like can we?
Oh, I've already written her down. I'm going to add her to my show notes. So you guys, if you're just catching the replay and you don't know what show notes are, afterwards, when this gets saved and you find it on my Instagram or Barb's Instagram, just click on the title, No Brush Required, and you'll get a whole screen. It'll be all of everything I've written about this episode, what we talked about, who was on, with links to all of their Instagram. I try to do that every week. Sometimes I have a hard time because by the time we get to the end of the conversation, I look at my notes and I go, what? What do we talk about again? What does that say?
I know.
So anyways, Janie says Wheel and Pottery. Thank you. See, band. I knew there was a band in there.
We need like a researcher who's doing this in the background so that we get all the right answers. Otherwise.
Can I tell you what Instagram just came out with for lives?
What?
This is so cool. I don't know if I have access to it yet, and I don't know if we want to do this, but there's now the option to have a moderator on your live who is not on with us, but is on another device and can handle trolls and things like that. Or if they were sitting in the same room, they could be saying, hey, Tamara, you got this comment here. I don't know if we're ready to go and do that.
I don't think we're that big that we might need that.
Well, I think we can handle what we have so far. But I just thought that was interesting. That is interesting. That they've come up with that option to have a moderator. So somebody else could be watching all the words flying when you're interviewing a guest, so that you're not constantly going like this and trying to keep up with the thread, right? So there you have it. That's our week. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pop-ons today.
That's a record for us.
It's a record. That's great.
So we're at almost 50 minutes, which is a good long run. I think we have to just remind people that we have an amazing guest on next week. I hope we can speak coherently next week, because I could be like, just looking shell-shocked.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
You don't know. We'll see. You can save me if that happens.
Yes. So next week we have American artist Robert Zott coming on to chat with us. We've mentioned that we're going to his workshop in September, so maybe we're a little bit fangirly.
I'm very much a fangirly.
Yes, but he's been so kind and generous, and some of this conversation, Nick Wilton had him on his Wednesday podcast maybe a month or so, or 6 weeks ago.
A great podcast. It's so funny because the two of them are so California and they're calling each other dude.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking,
I
don't think I can do that. Can you do the dude thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, it was like two surfer guys just talking.
I do call my younger son dude sometimes. It does slip out. So
that's different.
We'll see. I don't know if I can do it.
I can't do the dude thing.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Okay. Well, we'll go with the flow and it'll all be great. So if you guys are here and you have questions, we will take questions during the broadcast as best we can. I want to say like we usually do, but I don't catch them all. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it feels uncomfortable to interrupt the conversation with the questions that are flying by. So we kind of try to be a little, respectful of our guest and not interrupt their flow of thought too much, because we know what happens when we interrupt ours.
We got the squirrel syndrome. Hey, we have a Californian in the house.
Yay, yay, yay.
Laura?
Yeah.
Laura, and then it's a blur in photography. It's a blur.
All right. So you're heading to the post office? I'm heading to the post office?
I'm done. I did 2 post office runs today. I am done shipping stuff. Everything that's left is all just going to be local delivery or pickup. And don't forget, I still have 2 little goobers at 25 and one at 75.
Right. And
that's it.
All that money goes to support Ukraine.
100% goes to Ukraine humanitarian aid. So
yeah,
very excited about that.
Well, thanks to everybody who supported us and helped us out there. I feel like we all did this amazing thing.
Yeah, community.
Really, really worthwhile. And, it's my son's been working on essays for scholarship essays, and his big theme is small steps and big effects, ripple effects. And
I love that.
He's just written a lovely essay about how we can affect change on our community and the world at large by just having an effect on a single individual and kind of following that ripple effect out. So I feel like we've done that, which has felt good.
Yeah.
It never feels like enough, but
I'd do more if I could, for sure. But yeah, you do what you can, and thank you to everybody who helped out with this, because it was a group effort. It can't be done alone, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
that's it.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of your week, and get your plane ticket. I sent you details of mine.
I know. I will. I got my big list of things and my passport.
Right.
I gotta get that looked after too.
Get on that, girl.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
It is.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Here. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.